Hello, I'm Tony Grant, the host of Learn English podcast's new series, Learn English from Home. This series features regular short podcasts to help those of you who have to stay at home because of COVID-19 to spend a little bit of time learning English every day. In each episode, we'll give a short talk on a theme, and during the talk, I'll explore a few interesting words and phrases for you. I'm going to start today with a review question from the last episode where I talked about preparing for the IELTS listening exam. Now, I used an abbreviation called the 5 Ps. Do you remember what the 5 Ps were? That's right, it was prior preparation prevents poor performance. In other words, the more you prepare in advance, the better chance you have of a good result. The 5 Ps are a bit of a tongue twister though, not that easy to say. Renzo Gracie, a legendary Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt, had a slightly easier and more humorous way of expressing the same idea. When Renzo was asked about the idea of luck in his jiu-jitsu matches, he said, "The harder I train, the luckier I get." I love that line, and I think it's true in many areas of life. So today I'm going to continue with the theme of preparing for the IELTS exam with some more great tips from global IELTS expert Hazan Hayalolu. This time we're going to look at some resources you can use to prepare for your exam. First up is the British Council's official online IELTS preparation course, Road to IELTS. This course has loads of practice material, as well as sample videos, teacher tutorials, and timed practice tests for both the paper-based and computer formats. There are planning and tracking tools to help you create a study plan and measure your progress, and a resource bank with a score calculator and a test countdown. Road to IELTS has free and paid versions. So you can either go straight in for the full paid version or get a feel for things with the free version and see if you like it enough to pay for the full package. If you want to find out more or register for Road to IELTS, just head over to takeielts.britishcouncil.org. On that same website, you can also register to receive a sample version of the computer-based IELTS test. You'll get full samples of the writing, reading and listening papers, which amounts to about 2.5 hours of practice exam materials for free. You can choose either the general training or the academic modules. Both are available. Now, you may remember that getting to know the test was the first of Hazan's tips that I mentioned in the last episode, and this is a great way to do just that. If you're the type of person who likes studying by yourself at your own pace, I also recommend our Understanding IELTS course. This is a suite of 4 short courses covering the 4 parts of the IELTS exam. Each one lasts 3 weeks, with a minimum time commitment of 3 hours per week. I say minimum because it's up to you how much you can bring to the courses. Remember what Renzo Gracie said about the harder I train, the luckier I get. There's a free 7-day trial, and then after that you need to pay a monthly subscription fee. Niraj, Neil and the teachers also do regular Facebook Live sessions on the Learn English Facebook page, where you can ask them all your IELTS related questions. What a great community they've built up over there. If you're like me, you'd probably also like to have your own copies of printed practice test materials so you can underline and highlight on them. The good news is there are plenty of IELTS practice test books available to buy. The official IELTS organisation has a couple of volumes of practice tests with both the academic and general training versions, and you can buy these in lots of bookshops as well as online. Just search for Official IELTS Practice Materials. Cambridge University Press also publish a fantastic book called Top Tips for IELTS, full of great advice for all parts of the exam. This one also comes with a CD-ROM that contains a whole IELTS practice test, including the recordings for the listening paper. And finally, if you want an indication of the sort of band score you'd get in each paper if you took the exam right now, you could take the IELTS Progress Check, an official online practice test, which comes with a feedback report telling you which areas you need to focus on. Let's finish today with some words of encouragement from Hazan Hayalolu herself. Preparing for IELTS can be overwhelming, especially if you have time constraints. Give yourself enough time to prepare and don't book your test until you're fully confident. Make sure you have a realistic deadline, a reasonable schedule that will not wear you out, and an idea of your weaknesses so you can focus on those first. By following a realistic schedule, there's no reason you can't achieve your desired score. Now that's what I call good advice, Hazan. Thank you for listening to Learn English from Home. If there's a topic you'd like me to talk about in a future episode, just send an email to learnenglish.mobile@britishcouncil.org, and remember, stay safe everyone.